Okay, Sunday, 25th of August 2024, saw the announcement on the Warhammer community page of the next release from the Old World. Now, it doesn't seem that long ago since we had the dwarfs. We got the dwarf books, but we didn't really get dwarf armies because we already owned a lot of the toys. Anyway, dwarfs aside, we're here to talk about the Warriors of Chaos and the latest announcement from those. So we've got Warhammer Old World here. This is the book that comes with it. The books I quite like. For around about 12, 13, 14 pounds, you can get yourself one of the books that gives a flavour to your armies. So often you will have a special flavour to some of the characters in your armies. For instance, in the Orc and Goblin ones, you can have a troll army, like a nomad army, one where they're all fast cav and chariots and stuff like that. And I quite like that you can put a specialist theme together to give your toys more flavour when you're playing. So this one, from the frozen wastes in the north come the Warriors of Chaos, sacking and pillaging, yes, we'll miss the other one out, the names of the lands of the Empire and claiming glory for the ruinous powers. This 48-page supplement provides rules for you to expand your army beyond the list found in the Ravening Horde book with new rules, backgrounds, lore, and scenarios. 2 armies of infamy, Wolves of the Sea and Heralds of Darkness, make their way south alongside characters like Friedal the Chainmaker and Galrock the Great Drake. Extra units gives prospective warlords plenty of new options when amassing their hordes, while new magic items allow you to festoon your heroes with powerful magic gifts. It will be available as a softcover book and an EPUB book. I always tend to buy the book. There's something about books. I know I am old compared to most of the people who watch these videos, but I do like a good book compared to an EPUB. I feel I'm getting something for my money, which is crazy. Anyway, the Warriors of Chaos Battalion is the first thing revealed to us on the list. And we can see from the Warriors of Chaos Battalion, there are 2 units of Chaos Knights. There are 2 chariots. Now, from memory, I think you can build the chariots in several different ways. And then you've got 2 units of 16, 8 on the front rank. Yep, 16 Warriors of Chaos, which, you know, they are called the Warriors of Chaos. Is it really a Warriors of Chaos army if you don't have some Warriors of Chaos in there? I will leave that for you to decide. And the text for that, kickstart your host of brutes clad in black ironed armour with the Warriors of Chaos Battalion, which contains 44 miniatures ready to pillage in the name of the Dark Gods. An immovable core of 32 warriors are supported by 10 Chaos Knights, unstoppable shock cavalry that can run down all but the mightiest foes, and 2 line-breaking Chaos Chariots, which can also be built as Gore Beast Chariots. That's the ones, Gore Beast Chariots. Oh, that's going to be a tough decision to make. I'll have to look at the stats, remind me, but I do like the look of the Gore Beast Chariots compared to the Horse Chariots. Tough decisions. Also, that would free up 4 horses, which can be used for modding up some models later. This box also contains a new Warriors of Chaos transfer sheet, which comprises of 621 transfers. That should be enough. Now, most of the people I play against don't use the transfer sheets. I think they're great. I never throw them away. I always keep them because they do make a big difference. They make a big difference to units like the Night Goblins. Their shields are transformed by putting the transfer on. It's true the transfers work better with sci-fi, and there is a knack to putting them on, but once you get your head around it and you practice. Anyway, onto the Warriors of Chaos reference card and dice set. Now, it's objects like this that create the feeding frenzy when the orders go on release. So if you're queuing, the chances are you'll be queuing for these. Add to your collection with a set of reference cards and thematic dice. They look like gold and grey from the picture. The pack of 36 cards lets you quickly reference your magical equipment, enchanted and arcane items, as well as your spell laws and gifts of chaos, alongside useful rules. The set of 20 dice is cast in black with gold pips and features the 8-pointed star of chaos on the face. Okay. perfect for invoking flavour from the ruinous powers of those important rolls. Now, these tend to be around about £25 each from memory, but they rarely make enough of those to go round. They usually sell out within a few minutes. So if you're after some, and I have put those in the basket, and then by the time I've gone to pay, they've gone, they've run out. If you want more Chaos Warriors, or you just want Chaos Warriors, you can just buy the Chaos Warriors on their own, 32, and they do come with the transfer stickers. Chaos Warrior upgrades, now from memory, you can build them as demonstrated here with 2 hand weapons or with hand weapon and shield. They used to be +1 attack, +1 armor, depending on which way you built them. But they have done some upgrade sprues by the looks, where you can build them with halberds or with great weapons as well, which is a nice way to make it. I actually think halberds and shields would look amazing. It would look amazing, but whether they would look good enough to spend the money, I'm not sure I can be persuaded, because most of the people I play against, if I fielded them like this, I could say, right, today these are going to have 2 hand weapons, or today these are going to have halberds, and the people I would play against would be fine with that. The only time there would be issues if I changed my mind halfway through a battle. But yeah, in the circles I play in, that's fine, but competitively people may insist to have the WYSIWYG. Hand weapons and shields are the iconic layout for Chaos Warriors, but tougher foes will require heavier weapons. Upgrade your plastic warriors with a set of 10 metal great weapons or a set of metal halberds. I am not a fan of metal miniatures. I did my time with metal miniatures, paint chip in, having to gloss them in something called Ard Coat, I think it was back then, or just a gloss varnish basically. No, I mean, if you like metal miniatures, go for it. But I shan't be investing in those. But it's up to you. Go, listen to me. Listen to me. I am not in any way trying to infer you need my permission to buy these. I am purely speaking about my own opinions. I shall not be buying metal weapons to go on plastic miniatures. These still look beautiful, and I think they've aged really well. The Chaos Chosen in Chosen Command, so you've got the command here, and then the Chaos Chosen, all with halberds or great weapons, however you wanted to play them. Chaos Warriors, touched by the blessings of the Dark Gods, is known as the Chosen. Yeah, these are the ones that are literally chosen from the ranks because they are so good. Terrifying combatants who cut down their enemies with supernatural strength provided by their malefic benefactors. These unstoppable juggernauts are available in sets of 5 metal miniatures alongside separate sets of 5 metal miniatures to represent the command contingent. I think I've already made my opinions clear about metal. I do like the models, but it's unlikely I will buy them. My days of painting metal miniatures are behind me. And then we're on to the classic characters that we see with the launch. So lead your forces to lay waste to the southern territories with these heroes granted with the boons of chaos. In plastic, you can choose from Champion of Chaos, top left, Sorcerer of Chaos, I do like that model, had it in the past, will have it again, or the imposing Chaos Lord on Manticore, beautiful, 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 while returning in metal are the venerable Chaos Lord Demonic Mount, a Sorcerer on Chaos Steed, and an alternative Champion of Chaos. Now, from memories, I own these 3, but I own them in fine cast and not in metal. A nice range. When you compare this to some of the other releases they did, they are releasing more miniatures to start with, a wider range of options, rather than, you know, the heroes and the Battalion. When you think back to Bretonia and the Tomb Kings, really you struggled for heroes in the first wave, but it looks like they're getting off to a good start with these. The classic Warriors of Chaos monsters and war machines. So I'll just make this a bit smaller so I can see the text at the same time. The Warriors of Chaos have a wide menagerie of terrifying monsters. Add Dragon Ogres. Love Dragon Ogres. I think they've aged quite well, but I don't know if everybody's opinion will be the same. Apparently Dragon Ogres go round the whole battle on their back legs. Or a monstrous Chimera for your army in plastic. Chimera in the middle. Recruit some Skin Wolves. There we go. They're the Skin Wolves. Because I can't see the text, what I will do, I'll click on the picture. So first, we've got the Dragon Ogres. Let's have a look at the Dragon Ogres. I like these models. I do like them. I enjoyed painting them the first time I came out. I didn't do mine red. I did them in green, the lower half. Okay, the next picture we get up is the Chimera. I like the model. I do like the model. In plastic again. The Shaggoth Dragon Ogre in plastic. I think he's aged well. He is good. It looks like a fearsome creature who, you know, if you met him in Dark Alley, you'd probably crap yourself. But there you go. Skin wolves. They look like, you know, when you get werewolves, how they are a person, then they transform into a wolf. It looks like these have done that, and they still have the shreds of the human still hanging on them. I do like that touch. It's a bit gory, but I do like that touch that they've done there. On to the next one. I don't think I've ever seen him in real life. I'm guessing that is a Forge World model. Dragon Ogres, Monstrous Chimera in plastic. Recruit some Skin Wolves, Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, Gigantic Spawn of Chaos, that fellow is, in Forge World resin. So these three are Forge World resin. So I'm guessing he ain't going to be cheap. On to the next one. So the next ones are in metal. Yeah. So these are Chaos Trolls. Nice looking models. You can see they look like the trolls, or you can see they look like the old style trolls that they've recently revealed with a bit of corruption going on. For instance, a stomach in your belly, not always a good sign of good health. Then you've got the Chaos Ogres. Let's just say some models age better than others. Oh dear God. Yeah, and more Chaos Ogres. I'm guessing that's the command set, as he has something like a banner. He looks like he's got a horn, and I'm guessing he has armor, more armor. Yeah, look, he's got chainmail leggings on, so that makes him in charge. Okay, so there are the release, and then finally, I sigh, folks, because I once owned one of these in metal. I had to glue, and anybody who has owned one of these in metal probably sighed with me when they looked at that. And it's not because the look of the model. The look of the model is fantastic. It has aged really well. But unless they've changed it, the construction of it, you will glue that thing together with your own tears. It is not an easy kit to put together. And every time you drop it, and when I say drop it, I'm not talking off the wardrobe, I'm talking 6 inches onto the table, you will have a 3D jigsaw of a hell cannon to put back together again. Amazing model, but you know, it's the kind of thing you will have recurring nightmares about. I feel if anybody turns up to a tournament with more than one of these, they should get a round of applause for having the patience. That is true dedication to the hobby. So there we go, and he's in metal again. And then subsequent to that, we've got some more releases for the dwarfs coming out, mainly characters, to boost the dwarf lists that have just been released. So my initial thoughts through looking through all of this would be definitely get the Battalion box. I know the Warriors of Chaos aren't exactly optimal at the moment, but I don't think you can have a Warriors of Chaos army without Warriors of Chaos in. I'm pretty sure, and I am doing this from memory, so I might be incorrect, that if you've got a unit of 10 or more of these guys with the mark of Tzeentch, and you put in a Tzeentch sorcerer, you get +1 to cast, I think. So if you've got 10 of those, mark of Tzeentch is going to be 2 points per model, so for 20 points you can give your caster +1 to cast. That seems quite cheap, and it is, but if you weren't going to have Chaos Warriors and you do buy Chaos Warriors, obviously it's more than 30 points. It will be, or 20 points. So initially, I'm thinking the Chaos Sorcerer Lord on the Manticore. No, sorry, Chaos Lord on the Manticore, Sorcerer Lord, and the Battalion box at the top would be a solid starter for an army. Ideally, in time, I would like to get the Dragon Ogres, because I think that would be a nice fit to that. The Shaggoth will come down to price. I'll see how much he costs when they release him, and we won't know that till next Sunday. And then the Skinwalkers I do like the look of, but again, because they're in Forge World resin, it will be however much they cost. I cannot bring myself to buy one of those in metal. I would buy one in resin, but not in metal. So I would guess, points-wise, the Battalion, the Hero on the Chimera, the Sorcerer Lord, and a unit of these, you're probably looking best part of 2,000 points. Right there. So that's my initial thoughts. If you'd like to put your initial thoughts in, what you intend to get, if anything, out of the Warriors of Chaos release. Are you excited about it? Do you hate the Warriors of Chaos? Are you an Empire player? All these questions. Put your comments in below. Tell me what you think. Would you build the chariot as a gore beast or as a normal chariot? I'll have to look at the stats. I don't know the stats off the top of my head because I haven't played these. We've got a guy who plays Warriors of Chaos, but he hasn't bought any chariots yet. Most of the models he's got from the Age of Sigmar range.